Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing fine. If you are a new subscriber, you are welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always being here. You guys have been so wonderful. So today I'll be cutting 180-degree flare and 360-degree flare. So to cut your 180-degree flare, you need the circumference, that is round where you want to put the peplum. If you are putting it at the sleeve, if you are putting it at your sleeve here, so your round your circumference will be your sleeve. If you are putting it at the waist, your circumference will be your waist. If you are putting it at the knee line, it will be round the knee. So whatever you are using, you divide it by 3.14. So in this case, the waist measurement I'm using is 16. Then you will divide it by 3.14. When you divide it, it will give you 5 point something. So I'm rounding it up to 5. And the length we want to use is length of 9 inches. We are using length 9 inches. So let's cut. Now you fold your fabric into two. And so that we don't waste our fabric, this is the first thing we will do. Remember I said we are using length of 9 inches. You add your allowances to it. I just want to add allowance of 1 inch. So 1 plus 9, that will be 10. So I'll take my 10 from this edge, from this place. I'll take my 10. Then I'll take my 5. That is our radius, which is 5 inches. You can see that I have some excesses here. So I'll make sure I fold exactly on this 5 so that I won't waste my fabric. Fabric management is also very essential in sewing. So this is what we have now. Then from this folded edge, you take your radius round. Our radius is 5 inches. You take your 5 inches round. Now, having taken our 5 inches round, we take our measurement. Remember that I've added 1 inch to the length we are using, which is 9. So that is 10. Then from this place, you measure your 10 round. Measure your 10 and connect your lines. And we are done choking. So the next thing we just have to do is to cut. So let's cut it out. So then you also cut this place. And we are done cutting our 180-degree peplum. Can you see it? So this is our 180-degree peplum. This is our 180-degree peplum that we have cut. The thing is, 180-degree peplum doesn't require much fabric as your 360-degree, but you still have your same waist measurement. Now let's cut for the 360-degree. So cutting 360-degree, where we use our waist or wherever it is you want to put it, you are dividing with 6.28 in this case. Then remember we are using waist 16. We divide the 16 by 6.28. You will have 2.5 something. So I've decided to use 2.5. And the length we are using is 9 inches. So I'll add allowance of 1 inch to it. So you can add allowance according to whatever it is you want to do with the edge of the peplum. So let's cut. I folded my fabric into two. So the length we are using, remember I said I'll be adding 1 inch to it. So that gives me 10. We are using length 10 now. 9 was with our allowance, that's 10. So from this edge, you measure your 10 inches. 10 inches, and I've just folded my fabric into two. And from this 10, our radius is 2.5, so you take your radius of 2.5. and my radius stops here. Remember what we did for the 180? So where my radius stop here, that is where I'll fold to. So I've folded it now. Then I'll measure what I have here. So what I have here is 12.5. So I'll measure that 12.5 like this. 12.5 like this. That is 1. Then I'll measure that 12.5 again. Just make it a straight line like this. Then I'll cut this out. This is the required fabric. This is what we need. So all this, I'm doing all this so that you don't waste fabric and you just don't fold anyhow. So from here to here is the length we need with our allowance, and from here to here is our radius. So I measured what we have there, then I measured it here to this place, made an indication, then I measured it here again, then I just made it in a straight line. So I'll cut it out now. This is like the easiest method I've used over time. So this is the required fabric that we have. So from this indication of the middle part, you fold your fabric again. So I've folded again now, and we have 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now from this point where you folded, from this point, that is where you take your radius. That is where you take your radius. And the radius we are using is 2.5. So you take your 2.5 round. Take your 2.5 round. And now you take your measurement, your length. We are using length of 10 inches. 9 plus 1 for our allowance. So you take your 10 round. And you connect your length. And that is that about our 360-degree peplum. Now let's cut. And we are done cutting. So this is our 360-degree peplum that we have cut. So if you want to use it like this, maybe you are cutting a flare that doesn't have a zip allowance or anything, this is how you use it. But if you want to put zip allowance, just cut one side, just cut open one side. So the only difference between the two is the 360-degree is fuller than the 180. If it's also more than 360 degrees to be fuller, the more the degree, the more the fullness, and the more the fullness, the more fabric is required. So, and this is our 180-degree flare. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this.